Hello, I'm Debbie Hemsley. Welcome to part 5 of the Snowdrop Cal. Please take a moment to read my terms of use and make sure that you stick to them and don't inadvertently break the rules. During part 5, we will be working on rounds 63 to 77. I hope you'll enjoy working these rounds with me. Slip stitch into the corner chain 3 space and then chain 2, which counts as your beginning half double crochet, unless you are starting a new ball of yarn like I am, and I've started with a standing half double crochet. Now work one half double crochet in each of the next 124 stitches. Don't skip the hidden stitch. You'll then be at your next corner space. Into that you'll work one half double crochet, chain 3, one half double crochet. Continue to work until you're back at your starting point. Into that first corner work one final half double crochet and then join with a chain 1 and then a half double crochet into the back loop only of either the standing stitch if you've joined a new ball of yarn, or into the top of the second chain of the beginning chain 2. Right, round 64. We're going to chain 2, which counts as our beginning half double crochet. Then working in the back loops only, one half double crochet into each of the stitches down the side. Don't miss your hidden stitch. And back loop only. We did this previously. I'm sure you remember that you insert the hook to pick up your 2 loops at the back. And off you go. Your corners will be one half double crochet, chain 3, one half double crochet. When you get to the end of the round, you're going to be working one half double crochet and then joining with a chain 1 and a half double crochet into the back loop only of the second chain of the beginning chain 2. Then round 65 is exactly the same as round 64. The only difference is that on round 64 you'll have 126 stitches per side, and round 65 you'll have 128 stitches per side. So I'm going to leave you to get on with those 2 rounds, and I'll see you for round 66. Right, round 66. Let's just have a look at this quickly. That is our space under our half double crochet join from the previous round. We're going to start with 3 chain, which forms our first double crochet, and then into that space we're going to make a double crochet 2 together. Then we're going to chain 3 and we're going to do our perpendicular 2 double crochet cluster, which you have done previously in this, so it shouldn't be anything new to you. You should be familiar with this little stitch now. Then we are going to skip our hidden stitch, which will be that one, and we're going to work in the next stitch, and over the next 3 stitches we're going to do a double crochet 3 together. So first stitch, a partial double crochet, second stitch, another partial double crochet, third stitch, partial double crochet, pull through all 3 and you finished your double crochet 3 together. Chain 3 and do your perpendicular 2 double crochet cluster again. And then we're going to work exactly the same all the way down the side. So it's double crochet 3 together, 1, 2, 3 chains, perpendicular 2 double crochet cluster. Quite a mouthful, that one. And so we continue. When you get to the next corner, wait for me there and I'll take you around that. Okay, I'm just before the next corner, and please just make sure that your stitch count is correct at this stage. Your last double crochet 3 together should have been worked over the last 3 stitches just before your corner. You will have 43 double crochet 3 togethers down the side and 44 perpendicular 2 double crochet clusters. Don't count the corner stitch. Now looking at the corner, we're going to do a double crochet 3 together in that corner, and then a perpendicular coming out of the corner, so perpendicular 2 double crochet cluster, skip the hidden stitch, and then start working down the next side with your double crochet 3 together. Okay, so continue until you're all the way around at the start again, and then you're going to just join with a slip stitch into the top over here, just into that stitch there, join with a slip stitch, and then I will see you for round 67. Round 67, we're going to be starting in the same stitch as our slip stitch join and chain 3. Then we're going to work a further 2 double crochet into that same stitch, and then we are going to do 3 double crochet into the stitch between the perpendicular 2 double crochet clusters, and we're going to do that all the way down the side. When you get to your next corner, you're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets in the corner stitch, and continue until you are all the way back at your starting point. And then into the first corner, you're going to finish this off by working 3 double crochets, chain 1, and doing a half double crochet join to the top of the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3. And then I will see you for round 68. Round 68. Let's start with the chain 1, which does not count as a stitch. Then into that space formed under your half double crochet join, work a single crochet. Chain 3, and then single crochet between the 3 double crochets from the previous round. 1, 2, 3, single crochet. 1, 2, 3, single crochet. Continue until you are just at before the next corner, and I'll meet you there. Right, I'm now at the space between the 2 sets of 3 double crochets from the previous round, just before the next corner. We'll need to do 1 further chain 3, and then we're going to single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Continue in exactly the same way as you have done the first side, and just wait for me just before the final corner, and I'll talk you through that. Just about at the end of the round, that's where I started the round with that single crochet. I'm going to finish with chain 3, a single crochet into the same space, chain 1, and a half double crochet into that stitch there. Round 69, starting with chain 3, and then we're going to do a double crochet 2 together into that space that was formed by that half double crochet join. So it's 2 partial half double crochets and then finish off. Now it's your perpendicular 2 double crochet cluster, so it's 3 chains, yarn over, and we do our, which you should be an expert in by now because we've done so many of them. Then we're going to work into the next chain 3 and do a double crochet 3 together, and then 1, 2, 3, and our perpendicular double crochet 2 together. Right, so you're going to do this all the way around. In the next corner you'll do exactly the same thing as you're doing here, so just work until you're all the way back at the beginning here. Join with a slip stitch into the stitch that's over there, and then wait for me and I'll join you for round 70. Round 70, we're going to start in the same stitch as your slip stitch join, and we're going to do chain 3 and then work 2 more double crochet into the same space. Then 3 double crochets into the next stitch between your perpendicular half double crochets. Nice easy round, and then 3 double crochets into the next one. Continue until you're at the next corner space. Into the next corner space you will work 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, and then continue in this manner until you're all the way back at the beginning. You will complete your final corner of the round by putting another 3 double crochets into the same stitch as your first 3 double crochets, and then finish off with a chain 1 half double crochet join. Round 71, nice straightforward round. Chain 2, which counts as our beginning half double crochet, and then half double crochet in the next 140 stitches. Don't miss your hidden stitch, which will be the same one as you did the join in over there. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and you're going to do this all the way down the side. When you get to the next corner, half double crochet, chain 3, half double crochet, and then again your half double crochet all the way down the side. At the end of the round you will need to complete your first corner. You will do this with a half double crochet and then a chain 1 half double crochet join to the top of the second chain of the beginning chain 2. Right, moving on to rounds 72 and 73. Both these rounds are going to be worked in the same way, so it's pretty straightforward. We're going to chain 2, which counts as our first stitch, and then working in the back loops only and not missing your hidden stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet. And when you get to your next corner, half double crochet, chain 3, half double crochet in the corner space, and then just do a half double crochet in each stitch. Your stitch count at the end of round 72 will be 143 half double crochets per side, and for round 73 145. When you get to the end of the round, you're going to work 1 further half double crochet and then finish off with a chain 1 back loop only half double crochet to the top of the second chain of the beginning chain 2. Repeat the instructions from round 72 for round 73. Round 74. chain 2, which counts as your beginning half double crochet. Then we're going to back post half double crochet around the next 147 stitches down the side. When you get to your next corner, you're going to half double crochet, chain 3, half double crochet, work all the way around until you're back at the first corner. Identify the correct space to work into. Maybe a little bit difficult in this instance, and then complete the corner with 1 half double crochet and then a chain 1 and a half double crochet join to the top of the second chain of the beginning chain. Round 75, we chain 3, which counts as our beginning double crochet. Then we're going to do 2 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. Don't miss the hidden stitch. And then we're going to chain 2, skip a stitch, 2 double crochets into the next 2 stitches. Chain 2, skip a stitch, 2 double crochets. You will need to finish off the side with 1 double crochet into each of the last 2 stitches just before the corner. Into your corner you're going to work 1 double crochet, chain 3, 1 double crochet. When you get to the end of the round into the final corner, you will work 1 double crochet and then finish off with a chain 1 and a half double crochet. Right, at the beginning of round 76, start with chain 1. Then we're going to be making a popcorn into the space in the corner of the last round. So we'll do 4 double crochets, and then turn them into a popcorn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 1 to close the popcorn, and then do a single crochet into the hidden stitch, which is also the stitch where we did our last join. Then going to do 2 further single crochets, which is the start of our repeat, and then into the skipped stitch we're going to do a popcorn. Close with a chain, single crochet, popcorn. Continue until you are just before your next corner, and if you wait for me there, I'll take you through the corner. I'm now almost at the next corner, and I finished off with 2 single crochets, then a 3rd single crochet into the top of the double crochet that's in that corner of the previous round. Now we're going to be working in front of this here, and we're going to move that out of the way and work into that space over there. We're going to do 4 double crochets, which we will then turn into a popcorn. Close it, and then a single crochet, which completes our corner. Then 2 more single crochets and your popcorn. Carry on until you're all the way back at the beginning again. Finish off with 1 final single crochet, which will be into the top of the double crochet of the previous round, and then you can join with a slip stitch to the top of the beginning popcorn. Don't fasten off, and then we'll get together for round 77. You will start with chain 5, which counts as your beginning half double crochet plus chain 3. I fastened off my yarn at the end of the last round because my yarn was coming to an end, and I decided to make this my starting point for the new ball. My alternative start here is going to be to do a half double crochet into the top of the popcorn stitch, followed by chain 3, and then skipping the closing chain of the popcorn and then doing a further half double crochet in the next stitch. Right, then we're going to do half double crochets, and there will be 3 between each popcorn, so you'll always skip the closing stitch. You know this from previous rounds. Okay, so I'm now just before the next corner, and we're going to do this corner as follows: half double crochet into the top of the popcorn stitch, and then chain 3, skip the closing stitch of the popcorn and do a further half double crochet in the next stitch. And then we start again with our half double crochets all the way down the side. So please carry on until you are back at the start again, and there you can just join with a slip stitch to the beginning, chain 2, or in my case a standing half double crochet, and do not fasten off. I will see you for round 78.